this is Mike Plackey and Ben Plackey at Plackey Physical Therapy, and I wanted to talk about sitting. I've done a lot of videos on sitting, but I have a lot of people that come in and they're sitting in a way that's aggravating their low back. And so I wanted to show you a couple of tips on sitting, just two things that I think will really help you to keep your back healthy. So this is mainly for sitting at a computer, like at your office chair or at home at your computer. So Ben's a big tall guy, 6'5", so he's right now sitting in a way that would be kind of a disaster, okay, for him, because his chair is really low. And when you have your chair really low in general, if your hips are the same height as your knees and your thigh is parallel to the floor, what that's going to do is that's going to make you sit in a slump posture. It's really hard to sit up tall, quote unquote, sit up tall when your hips are the same height as your knee, or if they're lower than your knee, it throws you back on your tailbone and it makes you slouch over. So we do a test that I learned from Greg and Vicki Johnson at the Institute of Physical Art called the elbow flexion test to assess how well he's sitting. So this is obviously probably not a situation that Ben would ever sit in, but we're going to do this test in this situation anyway to see how he does. So bend your elbows. There we go. Bring your elbows back next to your sides. So the problem with this is Ben is so strong in his biceps that it's not going to look like he's weak at all. But what we're really assessing is how well does his core kick in to support the effort of his arms. And I'll be able to feel a little bit of weakness here. So hold there, don't let me push down. Ready, go. So I feel, actually I can push down a little bit, and there's a lot of shaking going on here. Try one more time. Ready, and go. So I can push down and a little bit of shaking, okay? And so I don't feel like the effort is coming from his solid core, it's coming all from his biceps. So now let's have you stand. So now we're gonna take this stool and raise it up to about like that. And we're gonna take a towel, a folded towel, put it halfway back in his seat. Now, if you looked at a pelvis from the side, we would see this. We'd see your sit bones right here, okay? If he's facing this way. Ben's gonna sit on this chair and just catch his sit bones there on the edge of that, and that's gonna rock his pelvis forward like this and prevent it really from falling back. So in this previous situation, he was rolling back on his tailbone because the chair was too low. Now we've raised the stool up. We're gonna catch the edge of that with the sit bones. It's gonna rock him forward onto what we call his pelvic floor. And that's gonna help him to sit up a little bit taller. So try that, bud. So now just notice how much easier it is to sit up straight, right?
Yeah, totally.
So much less effort with sitting up straight. Now let's bend your arms to see the difference. So hold there, don't let me push down. Ready, and go. And now I feel like I could stand on that. There's absolutely no way I can push that down, right? You feel the difference? So let's lower it down one more time and just make sure. So lower it down again. I'll better use it. Okay, just to exaggerate, have a seat. We'll go like this. Don't let me push down. Ready, and go. I mean, I could, no problem. So, two tips. Raise your chair up a little bit so your hips are slightly higher than your knees. Put that folded towel back there to rock your pelvis forward onto the pelvic floor and relax into your base, as you said. Adjust your keyboard accordingly and give that a try. And go to my website, www.plackeypt.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.